Hey, ProFitness Northwest and CrossFit Bellingham team members, I want you to know that I miss you and I've been thinking about you a lot. I'm standing in front of this blank whiteboard because this blank whiteboard represents opportunity. This whiteboard can be filled with any kind of programming that we want right now, and I've got an idea that I'm pretty excited about, and I hope that you will be too. As part of our regular programming, we include a balance of strength training and metabolic conditioning. As part of that programming, we were all preparing for a powerlifting total, and we had begun the early stages of Murph preparation. It was heartbreaking when our gym had to close due to the coronavirus. It was sad because we would not be able to test our powerlifting total like we had been preparing for, and we would no longer be able to work out with our friends. But we are resilient, and we would not be kept down. We immediately changed our programming to focus on Murph preparation. And really, what could be more inspiring? Murph is a real-life example of an indomitable spirit. We started programming pull-ups when we can, push-ups, squats, running, add to that double unders, burpees, of course, for days, all kinds of core work, and that's a great way to work out. I love it. What I've been thinking about is how to add strength training with minimal equipment. As always, I've been thinking about how our programming can reflect real-world situations and help you with your general physical preparedness. I started thinking about people who did physical jobs and how those jobs made them strong. Started thinking about farmers and construction workers. I also started thinking about cultures like Iceland and Scotland that value strength. And for centuries, they have lifted stones as a test of that strength. There are stones that have been in fields, on beaches, and along roadsides that remain there to this day from centuries past for anyone who would like to train and make the attempt. My idea is that we follow in that tradition. I want the ProFitness Northwest and CrossFit Bellingham team to lift stones as part of our strength training. We will continue to program for Murph, but add to that specific lifts involving stones, like a stone deadlift, stone to shoulder, stone to overhead, stone carry, farm carries, and burden runs. I have a very minimal gear list that I would like you to get if you are able. If for some reason you're not able to obtain that gear list, we will be starting a gear checkout program. And now, through the magic of video, I will show you on this whiteboard the gear list that I would like you to get. Okay, team. Now on this whiteboard, I've got the gear that I would like you to obtain. I want you to get 2 stones. I want you to get 1 stone that's heavy enough for a deadlift. I want you to get another stone that you can take to your shoulder, take overhead. You can walk around with it a little bit. Now when you're selecting these stones, I want you to be thinking in terms of rep sets of 5. Something you can lift 5 times maybe after you've done 20, 30 burpees, run 400 meters, done some double unders, that sort of thing. Now, as you're selecting the stone, don't get too hung up on that number 5. If you end up getting a stone that you can lift 8 times, not the end of the world. Similarly, if you get something that you can only lift 3 times, not the end of the world either. Point is, you will be training strength. I also want you to get 2 5-gallon buckets. And if you don't have these already, you're welcome for me asking you to get these. 2 5-gallon buckets are very utilitarian. Everyone should have a couple of those around their house anyhow. To that, I want you to add some sand. Sand usually comes in about 60 pounds. Just get 1 for now. You can always add to it. Also want you to have a backpack that you can wear while you're going for a run. Now I'm going to show you what you can do with this gear for training strength. Okay, so here's the gear. Got a heavy stone for deadlifting. Got another stone I can take to my shoulder, I can take over my head, I can walk around with it a little bit. 2 5-gallon buckets. Those are filled with sand. Fill them with rocks, gravel, whatever you like. Got a backpack and a sandbag. Now, of course, I own a gym, so there's my sandbag. Your sandbag's going to be a challenge for you to make, I promise you, but that's okay. I believe in you. Just be determined. Get as durable of material as you possibly can. Sand is difficult to contain. Next, I'll show you what we can do with the stones. First thing I'm going to do is stone to chest, stone deadlift, however which way you want to call it. I'm going to straddle this thing so I'm right over the top of it. Stone's going to be lined up even with my arches. I'm going to drop my hips. I'm going to find the least uncomfortable place to grab this stone. This is what's going to be awesome, is you're going to get to learn your stone. Find that least uncomfortable place to grab it, push the floor weight, goes right into my lap. I'm going to reposition myself so that I've got a nice grip on this thing. Stand, pop my hips, full open hips. Set it back down to the ground. Once again. Straddle the thing. It's even with my arches. Drop down. Find the least uncomfortable place to grab this. Still learning this stone. Push the floor away. It's in my lap. Find a place to grip it. Find a place to grip it. There we go. Find a place to grip it. There we go. Stand full open hips. Set her down to the ground. Now, when you're doing this outside in your yard, presumably, you want to find a place where you can drop this just fine. It's going to tear up your grass probably, so you're at least going to want some cardboard down. Plywood would be better. I don't have a yard, I've got a truck. So if I didn't have a gym, I'd keep this thing in my truck and I'd take it to a place where I knew I could drop it. Another thing, you could also find some public space. Put it off to the side where it's not going to be anybody's way. Pretty sure it wouldn't get stolen. That'd be a place where you would go and do your workout. Whatever you do, get creative, be safe. I believe in you. I'm sure you can solve that problem. Anyhow, enough of that for now. This guy's going to go stone to shoulder. Now, a couple things about this stone that I like is I got it narrow on purpose. It's got a bit of a triangle shape so I can cradle it. You can also do bent over rows with this because of its shape. So think about how you want to use these stones while you're out shopping for them. All right, stone to shoulder. A couple things. I'm going to do this just like I would a clean, really. Right here, pop the hips, goes right to my shoulder. I'm golden. Once again, right to my other shoulder. Set her down. Overhead. This one I'm going to put in like a front rack position. Clean it. Then push press. Constrict press it. It's whatever. Point is, I'm locked out of my gym, but I can still do strength. Turn this thing around. Oh, let's show those cleans again. So right here, stand, pop the hips, right to the shoulder. Stand, pop the hips, right to my shoulder. This one's going to a front rack position. I'm learning my stone. Now, strict press, push press. Down the ground she goes. This one, because of its shape, I can also do a bent row. Nice extended back, stable through my core. Just like that. Loads of fun, getting a little dirty. That's okay, I don't mind that. If that does bother you, just get a brush, clean it off better than I did. I happen to get these at the yard. I got them from the dirty pile. They've got some pretty clean stones out there. Anyhow, looking forward to working out with these. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you have fun too.